Okay, so what we're going to look at now is this other case. And oh gosh, what is wrong with the name Madeline? So we've got like Madeline McCann, got Madeline Soto, and this other girl that we're going to talk about, which is a very similar case, I think, to the Madeline Soto case, except unfortunately, this girl is still missing, and her name is Madalina. So, there's something about the Madeline name, I don't know. Please don't call your children Madeline. That's what I would say. Yeah, it's not a fortunate name, is it, Maggie? So let's have a look at this case. Now, I knew nothing about this case. So I literally am just reading off I've never heard of this case before. And we're gonna read about it and watch video, but this literally was new to me. So last November, so this is News Nation talking about it in 2023. And this is Madelina Cojocari, a young girl. You see these lovely little faces looking out at you, from these photos, and another tragedy. So she's been missing since November 2022. So a year and a half, this Madalina has been missing. Her grandmother says that Madalina's stepfather sold her for money. The stepfather says that Madalina's mother is hiding her away in the mountains. So what really, personally, as soon as I looked at this, I thought what's probably happened to Madalina is exactly what happened to Madeline Soto. And it's a very similar case. The mother changed her story. But these two are both blaming each other. So last November, a North Carolina girl, well, this is last November, not this November, just gone the November before. A North Carolina girl got off her school bus and vanished. The case has had many twists and turns, but as the anniversary of her disappearance approaches, there are still no answers to what happened to Madelina Cojocari. Police in Cornelius, North Carolina, have been searching for Madalina for more than 9 months. Well, add another year onto that. Her mother and stepfather have been charged with failing to report her missing because they waited 3 weeks before filing a police report. Well, come on, that's suspicious in itself. Maybe if she was 18, you might wait 3 weeks because, if she had a history of running away. But a little girl like that, you do not wait 3 weeks before you file a police report. And that report only came after the girl's school demanded to see her. So, apparently unsealed warrants have revealed new details about her mother's trips to the mountains of western North Carolina. That makes me think this is a bit like the Madeline McCann case, where Madeline's mum, Kate, she does regular pilgrimages to Pride of Luth because she knows that Madeline is in Pride of Luth somewhere. That's why I think she does those pilgrimages. Why else would you go back to that place? Why? Because she knows that Madeline is there somewhere in Pride of Luth. Who knows whether Madeline McCann will ever be found? But I personally think she is there. So probably she goes to the mountains because she knows that Madalina is there somewhere. But it's another matter finding them, isn't it? So new recorded jail calls discussing bags of money, potential sightings of Madalina, and a distant relative appearing in theories about the case. Theories. What happens with these cases when they go cold? At least Madeline Soto, her body's been found, because otherwise, when things go cold, not that I'm sure the police are still looking for her, don't get me wrong, but if they don't find her like Madeline McCann, people still talk about it, but then you feel like it's never going to be properly resolved, at least with Madeline Soto, the body's been found. It's just a question now of building the case against whoever it is they think has done it. But when there's no body, this is the problem now with Samantha as well. Samantha Murphy, they need a body, not to make a murder charge. Obviously, they've already charged Patrick with murder, but they need a body for the proper resolution of everything, don't they? Anyway, this time of year, Madalina should be preparing for her first day of 7th grade. Don't forget, this was last year. She should be picking out what to wear on the first day back and deciding how to style her hair. We're going to look at some videos. So there she is, Madalina, another little girl, disappeared. Nobody knows what's happened to her. We'll do everything and anything we can to draw attention to this case so that we can hopefully find the information that we need to lead us to her. In an exclusive interview, Balcam talked about the efforts to bring Madalina home. I can say with confidence we followed up on hundreds of leads and spent thousands of man hours between our agency and all of our partner agencies. And the last images of Madalina, and we're going to look at the video, are from November the 21st, 2022, showing her getting off her school bus. And then she disappeared. So police say that Madelina Cojocari, Madalina's mother, told them she last saw her daughter on Wednesday night, November the 23rd. Diana and her husband had an argument, Christopher Palmita, and he drove to his family's home in Michigan. And when Diana went to check on Madalina on Thanksgiving morning, she was gone. According to her, a backpack full of clothing and some of her favourite toys were also missing. So both parents were facing charges for not reporting their daughters missing for 3 weeks. Now, I believe the stepfather is he the stepfather? I think he is the stepfather. He is out on bond, I think. He's walking around free. So his lawyer says his client has cooperated with police and believes Diana is hiding her daughter away. Well, it may be true. Who knows? He told police on several occasions he believes that Diana had taken Madalina somewhere into the mountains. He told detectives specifically he believes Diana took her somewhere and she is safe. I don't think so. I just don't think so. What reason could Diana have for hiding her daughter away? Now, there's money involved in this case because Palmita says Diana believed he was putting Madalina in danger by naming her as a beneficiary in an investment account. And in these interviews he gave to police, he's adamant he does not believe Diana harmed Madalina. He believes that Diana believes that Madalina is in danger from some unknown third party, apparently related to him, placing money and assigning benefits to her in a $401,000, I presume, account, something that doesn't make any sense. So according to police, in a text message from December the 2nd, 2022, more than a week after Madalina's disappearance, Diana indicated she was in the presence of the missing girl. That was the same day she allegedly had extensive conversations with a male cousin identified as Octavian Sebanu about smuggling her and Madalina away from Palmita. And on December the 3rd, 2022, Diana was seen in Hickory, North Carolina, an hour west of her home, getting her oil changed. And an attendant said there were children's toys in the car, but no child was present. So apparently Diana travelled on the December the 4th, Diana travelled towards the North Carolina mountains, and a local TV station reported that a sheriff's deputy found Diana sleeping in her car that night near Lonesome Mountain. And police have asked for witnesses. On December the 16th, a woman reported seeing a girl resembling Madalina with a male companion at a grocery store, but police said this and another sighting turned out not to be Madelina. This reminds me of the Madeleine McCann case. How many sightings were there? There were sightings here, there, and everywhere. Morocco, it was people with child smuggling, it was this, it was that. And every time, everything, there was it's like deliberate smoke and mirrors, in my opinion. So the area is vast, and experts say it would be easy to stay hidden. Lots of remote locations, easy to hide somebody if you really wanted to. She's definitely out there somewhere, I would say. She's been hidden somewhere, but, will they ever find her? I don't know. Anyway, they're Russian. So another call was between Diana and her mother. So there was jail calls. One between Palmiter and his brother saying Diana had a lot of cash with her and he didn't know where it had come from. Another call was between Diana and her mother discussing a bag of money, withdrawing cash, and a theory that Palmiter gave Madalina away for money. Maybe she took the money out thinking she might have to do a runner. So Diana's mother repeated the claim, speaking in Russian to reporters outside the courthouse. My children were caught up by child traffickers. My granddaughter is alive. She was sold along with Diana for $5 million. This is the easiest thing in the world to just cause confusion and, make it look like that. Anyway, the police have declined to give details, only saying they're looking into every lead. So the stepfather, Palmiter, was released in August 2023 after posting his bail of $25,000, a reduced bail, and not answering questions from reporters. Madelina Cojocari remains in jail and her bond is $250,000. Wonder why he got his bail reduced. But is Diana the most likely suspect? I take it. Anyway, let's have a look at some video.
Contributing legal mind. Thank you.
Let me just go back to the beginning, actually. So as I say, it's a case I've never heard of before, so I just hope they find this little one. Oh, I'm glad I've got to fast forward a bit. Hang on, let me get it right to the right point. Sorry, it's whirring a little bit.
Each week, we focus on a missing person case from across the country, taking you behind the headlines. Every missing person matters, no matter their background, their past, their race, or their circumstances. They are missed by their family and their friends, their community, and sometimes by complete strangers. It is our mission to bring these cases to light with the hope of finding answers and sometimes offering closure. Maybe you can help us solve these mysteries too. And in a moment, you'll have an opportunity to take part in the discussion.
It is amazing, isn't it, how many people are missing? It must be so awful to have a loved one who's missing. You know, you just don't know what's happened to him. It just must be awful.
Of today's case and pose your questions. Today in our Missing series, we have an update on a case out of North Carolina and a little girl who got off her school bus last November and vanished.
So here she is getting off her school bus, and then that was it. She was never seen again. So she obviously went home. There's no doubt in my mind that these parents have done something to this girl. Don't know if the stepfather's involved or the mother's involved, but this girl, to me, something's happened to her when she went home, and she's been hidden somewhere.
For more than 9 months, police have been searching for Madelina Cojocari. Her mother and her stepfather are charged with failing to report her missing because they waited 3 weeks before filing a police report. And that was only when the girl's school demanded to see her. Since we last told you about Madalina's case, unsealed warrants have revealed some new details about the mother's trips to Western North Carolina to the mountains. Recorded.
I just want to say I love this reporter's tank top thing that she's got on. I know it's totally irrelevant, but I just absolutely love it. I want one.
Jail calls discussing bags of money and potential sightings of Madalina and a distant relative. All of this as the girl's grandmother makes some bombshell allegations involving child trafficking, and her stepfather has been released on bond. Here's Nicole Burley with Madalina's case.
New video of Madelina Cojocari, the latest effort by Cornelius Police to keep the case on people's minds.
Anything and everything we can do to draw attention to this case so that we can hopefully find the information that we need to lead us to her.
In an exclusive interview with News Nation, the police chief talking about the efforts to bring Madalina home.
I can say with confidence that we have followed up on hundreds of leads and spent thousands of man hours.
It's been more than 9 months since these last images of Madalina getting off her school bus November 21st. Police say Diana Cojocari told them she last saw her daughter at their home on Wednesday night, November 23rd. Diana
waited 3 weeks before they declared she was missing. Come on, it's like Summer Wells. That's another one, isn't it? They have to look close to home for these cases, and I'm sure they are. They've got to find evidence, of course, but something happened.
And her husband, Christopher Palmer, had an argument, and he drove to his family's home in Michigan. When Diana went to check on Madalina on Thanksgiving morning, she wasn't there. A backpack of clothing and some of her favorite toys also gone. Both parents face charges for not reporting her missing for 3 weeks. Now, 2 conflicting theories are emerging about what.
So the thing is about the rucksack or the bag being missing with some of her favourite toys, etc. That is what you would do, isn't it, if you were trying to prove that your daughter, had gone away, but not that you'd done anything to her. You would do that, I suppose, to try and make it look as if somebody had taken, as if she was still alive.
What happened to the girl? The attorney for Christopher Palmer says his client has cooperated with police and believes the girl is being hidden away by her mother.
He believed that Diana had taken Madalina somewhere up into the mountains. He tells detectives specifically that he believes Diana took her somewhere and that she is safe.
The reason, Palmer says Diana believed he put Madalina in danger by naming her as a beneficiary on an investment account.
In these interviews that Chris gave to the police, he's adamant that he does not believe that Diana harmed Madalina. He believes that Diana fervently believes that Madalina is in danger from some unknown third party, apparently related to him placing money and assigning benefits to her in a 401k account, something that doesn't make any sense.
According to police, in a text message on December 2nd, more than a week after the disappearance, Diana indicated she was in the presence of the missing girl. It was the same day she allegedly had extensive conversations with a male cousin, identified as Octavian Sebanu, about smuggling.
What she got when she's got the bloody mask on, because obviously that must have been during COVID and that. What she got it under her nose for? That used to drive me mad when people did that. Either don't wear it at all or put it over your nose. What's the point in putting it under your nose? Just crazy. But did you notice, actually, she did look, let me just go back to that. When she came in, when they showed her coming into the courtroom, she looked at the guy. She looked over at him. It's something.
And her husband, Christopher Palmer, had an argument, and he drove to his family's home in Michigan. When Diana went to check on Madalina on Thanksgiving morning, she wasn't there. A backpack of clothing and some of her favorite toys also gone. Both parents face charges for not reporting her missing for 3 weeks. Now, two conflicting theories are emerging about what happened to the girl. The attorney for Christopher Palmer says his client has cooperated with police and believes the girl is being hidden away by her mother.
He believed that Diana
Well,
had
he hasn't
taken
got it
Madalina
over his nose
somewhere up into
either.
the
There
mountains.
she goes. She
It
looks
tells
at him.
detectives specifically that he believes Diana took her somewhere and that she is safe.
The reason, Palmer says Diana believed he put Madalina in danger by naming her as a beneficiary on an investment account.
In these interviews that Chris gave to the police, he's adamant that he does not believe that Diana harmed Madalina. He believes that Diana fervently believes that Madalina is in danger from some unknown third party, apparently related to him placing money and assigning benefits to her in a 401k account, something that doesn't make any sense.
According to police, in a text message on December 2nd, more than a week after the disappearance, Diana indicated she was in the presence of the missing girl. It was the same day she allegedly had extensive conversations with a male cousin, identified as Octavian Sebanu, about smuggling her and Madalina away from Palmer. On December 3rd, Diana was seen in the city of Hickory, an hour west of her home, getting her oil changed. The attendant says there were children's toys in the car, but no child was present. And the Madison County Sheriff's Office confirms to News Nation on the night of December 4th, a deputy encountered Diana sleeping in her car near Lonesome Mountain. News Nation traveled to the mountains of western North Carolina to investigate a possible sighting of Madalina. On December 16th, a woman reported seeing a girl resembling.
I think that girl's body is in those mountains somewhere, and that's why the mother goes there, because did go there when she was out of prison, because the girl is no longer alive. This is what I would say, and it is speculation. But and the mother's going there. It's like a pilgrimage that she's going there to the mountains because she knows she's there somewhere.
Madalina with a male companion.
There was a possible sighting at the Lowe's Foods here in Sugar Mountain. We were able to track down video, still footage of that, and forwarded that to Cornelius.
But police say the sighting and another one in California did not turn out to be Madalina. Still, the area is vast, and outdoor experts say it would be easy to stay hidden.
There's a lot of remote.
How you could, if you hid a body there, how are the police going to search that? How they can't search that, can they? And if they had no phone pings, nothing to actually pin down where she might be, they just cannot search there. They just couldn't. But what might happen one day is some hiker or whatever might find that little angel.
Locations here, it would be easy to hide somebody if you really wanted to, or to spend time away from anything you want.
Just a lot of open space, a lot of places without internet or cell phone signal, a lot of woods, a lot of roads that go way off and dead end.
Also revealed in the affidavits, recorded jail calls, one between Palmer and his brother, saying Diana had a lot of cash with her and he didn't know where it came from. And another call between Diana and her mother, discussing a bag of money, withdrawing cash, and a theory that Chris gave the girl away for money. A claim Diana's mother, speaking in Russian, repeated to reporters outside the courthouse.
Мои дети попали у трафикантов для детей. Моя внучка живая, ее продали вместе с Дианой за $5 миллионов.
Warrants show police have combed through the couple's financial records, as well as social media, messaging accounts, and phone data. Cornelius police saying only they are looking into every lead.
We're taking everything that the grandmother has said into consideration during this investigation, and we're following up on all possibilities. But we have no indication right now that there's any sort of trafficking ring in our community.
Diana's mom, laying out photos on the sidewalk, asked if she has a message for Madalina.
Очень. И Маделину, и Диану. Очень люблю. Диана у меня.
Both parents have pleaded not guilty to charges of failing to report a missing child. Palmer released August 18th after posting a reduced bail of $25,000, ignoring questions from reporters.
Christopher, where is Madalina? Where is
You know, I'm sorry, but this guy looks as guilty as anything. But you know what? Just because someone looks guilty, you can't prosecute them on that basis, can you? But any of you that are watching, I know I've got some subscribers, even members who do tarot cards and psychic readings and that. It'd be interesting to see if a reading for this girl. I personally, just my whole feeling is she's no longer on this planet, but I could be wrong. She could turn up one day, but just all feels awful, doesn't it? Just all feels bad.
Madalina? Where is Madalina?
The Cornelius police chief pledging his department will not give up.
I am confident we will solve this case and we will find Madalina.
And it has been 9 months and she remains missing. Madelina Cojocari, Madalina's mother, remains in jail with a bond set at $250,000. As you watch this case, I know you have questions, so I encourage you to participate. If you have questions, whatever social media you're watching on now.
Okay, that's it more or less for that case. So I just wanted to, you know, somebody mentioned that on the chat the other night. One of my chatters, one of you chatterati mentioned that case. It's a case I've never heard of before. And when I looked at it, I thought, yes, it is reminiscent of the Madeline Soto case. And not only that, it's another Madeline. Well, it's a Madalina. Madelina, Madeline Soto, and Madeline McCann. You know, please do not call your children Madeline or allow your grandchildren to be called Madeline. But, you know, it's just, you just think, oh my God, what's it about Madelines? Anyway, now, as far as I know, before I finish, I'm just going to check if there's any news about Samantha Murphy, because, of course, they're in Australia. The day's just starting. But as far as I know, there is no new news. Just, you know, the volunteers. I mean, I will, if there was any during, well, say overnight here in Spain, I would do a video in the morning about it. But let's see, so something about a mineshaft explorer. So the search for Samantha Murphy leads mineshaft explorer Raymond Shaw into Ballarat's dark places. So this, well, let's hope that, anyway, I'm going to do a video on this tomorrow, I think. But it's just this mineshaft explorer has explored about 60 disused mineshafts. Now, you know, in that dream that I had about Samantha, she was definitely sat up against something. So she could be in a mineshaft or something. So anyway, I will do a video about that tomorrow. But there's no news, you know, so far today in Australia. Okay. Yeah, so please don't forget to like. I'm going to finish in a moment. So yeah, and remember next week I'm going on location and I will be doing some special videos, and my members will be the first to know where I'm going, when I'm going. I'm looking forward to it. I probably need a break. I feel better now. You know, I started off this video saying that today's been just a meh day. Just felt like, I don't know, you know, you just have days like that sometimes where you do, and you have all cheered me up just being on here chatting, even though we're talking about serious issues and that. Let's, you know, we still, it's nice to be all together talking about it, isn't it? Talking about things. We get a few jokes in the chat, etc. And yeah, I do feel better. I hope you are all okay. We all have them. Yeah, DMV, we all have them. So I will see you tomorrow. Well, I'll be here before. I'm not going till next week, Charlie, but I'll definitely be on here at some point tomorrow. See what crazy things are going on. I want to do a rant of the day tomorrow. I've got so many things to rant about. So that'll be fun. Get it all out. Okay, so take care. Remember to live and love wisely, carefully. Thank you for watching. Please like. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. It's totally free and it's a brilliant way to help out my channel. And thank you to everyone that's helped out my channel so far. And until I see you again, may your God go with you. Bye.